Well, this is interesting weather. What a big difference from yesterday. It's kind of funny that it coincides with life going back to normal. If you have watched some of my other videos, you know that for the last few months, my husband has been working 3 days a week because of his job. His job has accumulating vacation time, and at the reset point in September, if he hasn't used that, he will lose that. So, summertime, he takes Mondays and Fridays off to use up all of his extra vacation time and only have to work 3 days a week during the summer. And that's over. He is back to work 5 days a week starting today. So the fact that it looks like normal Washington out there and life has now gone back to normal for us, it's just kind of fitting, isn't it? It's kind of sad too. When both of us are here, we split the household chores. You know, he cooks, I cook. He cleans, I clean. Whatever needs to be done, we just do it. And the two of us working on projects together, it really makes things go quickly. And it's over. With only 2 days a week off, he can't get as much done. With him gone 5 days a week, I can't get as much done because now everything in the house is falling on me and everything outside is falling on me. I've also looked ahead at AccuWeather. I don't know how accurate AccuWeather is, but it's looking like about the 10th or so of September, the temperature is going to go from the 80s down into the 70s. So the swimming pool is going to be done in 4 weeks. The weather's going to really start changing in 4 weeks. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to have a little mini vacation, so we won't be here over the weekend to do anything. So we have basically 3 weeks left, 3 weekends, I should say, left of nice hot weather, swimming pool temperatures, to get our unfinished projects done. And if you have watched the video about us getting the fence wood, he's not here now to help with that. And I can only do so much by myself, so it's going to be hard to finish these projects. We have firewood to finish. We have this fence now to finish. We've got the garden beds to finish. We need to still get some ground prepped for some stuff that's going to start moving in September, plants that we need to move. I don't even know what else there is. I was really hoping to get all of the weeding done before winter sets in. Yes, I can still do the weeding in September, October, but as it gets colder and wetter, it's really hard for me to get myself outside because I just don't like being out there in the cold and the wet. So today is kind of a reset day for me to wrap my head around the fact that now all household chores are mine alone. All watering is mine alone. And really trying to get some of these projects completed, I'm going to have to figure out how to do as much as I can by myself. He is gone before 4 o'clock a.m. and not home until after 3 o'clock p.m., which leaves him about 4 hours to do anything before he's got to get ready for work the next day. And only having 2 days off, Saturday and Sunday, it doesn't give him a whole lot of time to decompress if he keeps charging and pushing to get things done. So yes, big reset, big reset. I have to rethink everything that we're doing, all the projects that we're doing, everything that's not finished yet, and start setting some priorities. Like right now, we have all that wood for the new garden fence laying on the ground. Considering that he can't even do anything with that until next Saturday, probably not a good idea to have that wood laying on the ground. I can dig the holes for the posts for the fence, not a problem. Our ground is very easy to dig in. But getting it all laid out, getting the string set, figuring out where every hole needs to be, I do need an extra pair of hands and an extra pair of eyes to do that. So hopefully we can at least get that part done during the week so that I can get started on digging the holes I mean, we have 25 bags of concrete now that we need to use before it gets wet, right? I mean, it's undercover, but it's still going to be absorbing moisture. This still needs to get done. So hopefully, crossing my fingers, we can at least get that string, get the marks on the ground so I can at least get those holes dug. And then maybe next weekend we can at least get the post set. And then after the concrete dries, we can get all the fencing up, get the wood off the ground, or stack the wood, whatever we need to do now. But yes, it would be so much better. It's going to be so much better when he is retired and we can just plow through all of our projects. I keep trying to talk him into retiring early, that we can figure out how to do this if he retires early. He's just not quite ready to do that yet. As I said, today is a reset day. The way we've been doing things is going to change drastically and go back to normal. Such as, I need to come in much earlier now to get dinner prepared. Because he has to be in bed by about 7:30, because he gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning, we need to be having dinner at about 4 o'clock. And during this summer fun that we have had, we've been eating dinner at like 8 o'clock at night because we're outside doing what we love to do. So my time in the yard is going to shrink drastically. Dishes, cooking, getting dinner done early. All of that requires me to spend so much more time in the house and so much less time outside. Now, it's really kind of hard for me to deal with at the moment because I have so many little side projects I've been working on, things that I've wanted to get done before winter, getting some new beds ready, because I want to move some plants around come September. Might not get done now because the priorities are now shifting away from having all of this time in the summer to take care of things with him here to now it's just me. It's just me. And I have the whole entire 2.5 acre responsibility to myself. And everything to do with this house is on me. It's really kind of hard to deal with at the moment. I know I'll get back into that rhythm, the rhythm of taking care of the house first. That's the number one priority. Getting the meals done at a good time is a very big priority to help support him with his work and his schedule that he has to stick to now. And the next priority is the watering until the rain starts. That doesn't leave a whole lot of time for some of these other projects that I was really hoping to get done. It's just, you just got to go with the flow and change. And I've been doing a lot of work. I've been doing a lot of movement outside. I have been putting in up to 30,000 steps a day outside. Being in the house, doing cooking and cleaning, I'm not going to get anywhere near that. And I have lost 19 pounds. I am shooting for 20 pounds. I'm almost there. Now that I'm back in the house for the majority of the time again, especially when the rain and the cold starts, I will be in this house. How am I going to keep myself moving like I did this summer? Can I keep this weight off? Wintertime tends to be the time when I put on weight. I get very sedentary because I'm sitting at my computer doing the videos, or I'm watching YouTube or whatever. You just don't get a whole lot done when you're stuck in the house 24/7. I'm a little worried about that. A little worried about getting that weight back. I don't want it back. I am so happy that I am down almost 20 pounds. I am so happy that I have been moving. Getting that injury has not helped. And yes, that's another one of those things that I lost the footage for. We knocked down an old shed, and I was helping my husband pick up the roof to put onto the tractor to take it to the truck. And I felt something in my back go. And it has caused extreme pain, a lot of issues. I finally went to the doctor after about 2.5 months of pain. They put me on meloxicam or I don't know what it's called, some kind of something to help reduce the inflammation and help reduce some of the pain. They put me on muscle relaxers because my whole body was so tense. And I had all kinds of footage about that, but I've lost that too. I've lost hundreds of hours of footage because I pushed one button wrong on my computer. My fault. I'm supposed to be doing physical therapy, but I got denied one that's close to my house. We're way out here in the boonies, and I didn't want to have to go all the way into town, either direction, Tacoma, Olympia, just to get to physical therapy. Again, husband is back to work, and he's used up all of his extra vacation. To take me to physical therapy means he would have to take time off of work to do that. I don't drive. He'd have to come all the way home, 30 miles to come and get me, to take me back someplace else 30 more miles. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm probably going to skip physical therapy and hope that my back clears up on its own. We'll see. I'm not a big fan of taking these drugs. I don't like the side effects, and I don't like putting chemicals in my body. They have helped. In the last week or two that I have been taking them, they have helped tremendously, and I have not taken them for the last few days because of the side effects, and the pain is coming back. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I can't get an MRI without going to physical therapy. Without the MRI, we don't really know what's happened in my back. It's a soft tissue problem. So maybe a day or two of physical therapy. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. That's just a side note. I'm just rambling now. Back to the main topic, the whole reset. The husband is back to work 5 days a week. All this is on my shoulders now. And the weather is going to change in the next month. We're going to head back into typical Washington weather of cold and wet. And we have a gazillion unfinished things going on around here. We will still get more done, but how much we can get done now that he's back to work full time is unknown at this point. The garden fence must be done because all that wood and concrete needs to be dealt with. The wood that I have piled up, I don't know if I've made that video yet. Probably not, because I haven't finished. All that wood that's piled up out in that area that I made with the gravel and the retaining wall, it's got to be dealt with. It can't just be out in the winter rain and wind all winter long. The firewood that's not finished being stacked yet, that needs, it doesn't have to be done, but it would be great if we did get it done. I was hoping to finish all the weeding, but I don't think that's going to happen now. The weeds grow faster than I can get to them on 2.5 acres. Still haven't heard from our contractor as far as getting our back roof up. He usually doesn't show up till September, so hopefully that will still get done. That would be nice. I don't know, though. What else? I don't know what else there's. Oh, all my plants that I just showed you on the last video. I have to find a home for all of those before winter because they're not going to survive our weather, our cold, our wet in those pots. They need to be in the ground. So that's a major thing that really needs to happen too. And I don't have the beds ready yet. How will I get all of this done? How will I finish everything without stressing myself out, raising my cortisol level, getting all kinds of upset about everything, and then causing issues in our marriage because I get snappy. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot coming. And I am 13 days away from what? I am 13 days away from having 400 days left on my countdown clock to become a senior citizen of 65 years old. It's just crazy to me that 100 days almost has gone by since I made that video saying that I was almost 500 days away from being a senior citizen. It's just amazing how much time has gone by already, 100 days, and how much actually we have accomplished in 100 days. It's just kind of mind-blowing. It's kind of mind-blowing. time just keeps ticking on, I'm going to be 64 here real soon, and 65 is just right around the corner. It's just so crazy to think about. So crazy to think about. The age is just accelerating. I'm getting older faster and faster and faster. And my time outside doing what I love to do is getting shorter and shorter and shorter, because there will be a point, and I know it's coming, that I will not be able to do as much as I can do right now. And it's really, at the beginning of this season, I wanted nothing to do with this yard. I was so done. There had been too many arguments about stuff. I was just so done. I was ready to move. And then he tricked me and bought me a bunch of plants and said he was trying to entice me back into the yard. And boom, look what's happened. Look at how much we have accomplished. I haven't worked this hard on the yard in quite a few years, and it has been an eye-opening experience for me. I love being out in my yard. I love plants. I love the idea of transforming 2.5 acres into paradise. This is what gets me excited. And it's kind of sad to think about how many years I have allowed arguments and differences of opinion to stop me from doing what I love to do. I shouldn't say I hope. It's almost like there's been a new fire lit under me. Like at the beginning of this season, if you've watched any of those videos about my retirement issues, my body getting older, not knowing how much longer I can do this, being ready to give up, and all of that stuff, how much has transformed inside of me. The desire to just keep going until I can't. That's a new feeling. I haven't had that feeling in a long time. And this has been kind of a magical year as far as getting me back outside and getting all of this stuff done, getting all these fun new additions in the yard. It's been an incredible growing season. It really has been a magical summer. It really has. And I hope that you have enjoyed these videos of all these little projects that we've been doing. And I'm not done. Whatever I can't get done this year, I'm going to do next year. So yeah, stick with me. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, like, share, all that fun stuff. You know what? On a side note, I have discovered that YouTube is putting ads on my videos now. I'm not getting paid for those ads that they're putting on there because I'm not qualified yet. I don't have 1,000 subscribers and I don't have 4,000 watch hours. So they're just running ads on my videos and they're the only ones benefiting. I don't know how I feel about that. YouTube running ads on my stuff and yet not allowing me to get paid from those ads. It doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't seem right, but they can do what they want to do, and I really don't have any say-so in that. So I'm asking, will you please subscribe to my channel and help me get to that 1,000 number and watch my videos and help me get to that 4,000 watch hours? I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of Cherie's world, and I will talk to you again soon.